Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel. And welcome to the first vlog of not only trying to read 30 books in 30 days, but I'm also participating in Realmathon. So welcome to Realmathon week 1, possibly. All right. So, as I've been teasing, as you guys know, I want to do a 30 and 30 in March, April, February, March. Oh my gosh, I don't know the month. As I have kind of alluded to in some of my other videos, as I posted on Instagram, I would really like to do a 30 and 30. I am really in a huge reading mood, so I feel like this is the perfect month to do so. So, today, full transparency, is the second day. We will go over what I read in the first day shortly, but I want to kind of set expectations for you guys because there is a good likelihood I'm not vlogging every day of this challenge. I wish I could, but there are just gonna be days that I don't feel like being on camera. There are gonna be days, whatever, that I had to go to work and I am not gonna be home after work. I'm gonna go straight to my parents or whatever. So I do want to make that crystal clear to you guys. I wish I could vlog every day, but there are days that my husband is home, that he's out in the living room, that I don't feel comfortable vlogging. I'm gonna have to get over that sooner rather than later if he gets this new paramedic job that he applied for, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, so that kind of leads me into everything that I read yesterday on day 1 of this challenge. So on day 1, I read 2 manga, or I finished 2 manga is what I should say. I finished volumes 9 and 10 of Waiting for Spring by Anishin, I think is how you say their name, and I really enjoyed them. So first, let's talk about volume 9. Volume 9 was so fun, and we got some dynamics that I wasn't really necessarily expecting, so that was really fun to see. I love the characters. I haven't read a new volume since like July maybe of last year, so I'm really happy that I was kind of able to get back into the series. My goal is to kind of finish off the series this month and maybe restart Yona of the Dawn. We'll just have to see where the wind takes us because Yona of the Dawn is the next one that I would like to kind of tackle. But volume 9 of Waiting for Spring, I rated 5 stars. It was so fun. I really loved it. I feel like at this point in the series, I don't really know that I can really synopsize the mangas for you, but let's just say the whole friend group goes on like this big trip and we get to see dynamics that I really didn't think were possible. And yeah, there was a point in the book that I literally, my heart dropped out of my butt. Literally. And I was like, you've got to be joking me. So that was really fun. I just love the series and the characters so much, and I'm so happy to be back with them. This one is kicking my current first, which I think was volume 6, if I'm not mistaken, is kicking book 6 out of the favorite spot, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think anything, or 7, 6 or 7. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that. But one of those was my favorite before. I even did the hand movement too. I'm so sorry. Ew, gross. I've been hanging around kids too much. But yeah, either one of those was my favorite before, and I really loved volume 9. I'm so glad that I started with that for this challenge. And then volume 10, I also really liked volume 10. I think it's really fun. I just think this whole series is really fun. I'm sure that it gets a bad rap. I'm not gonna lie. I know that the creator that I originally got this recommendation from really hates volume 9, and like medium liked volume 10, so that's kind of interesting. And volume 10, we really got much of the same stuff that we usually get. The boys are competing for a competition, so they they're training for this huge like championship game in basketball, and our main female character is trying to balance not only them but her friendship with another person, and we just kind of see that in volume 10. I have noticed, and this is like the same with all manga, there's gonna be some like high highs and there are gonna be some like mediocre ones. This one wasn't mediocre necessarily. I rated it 4 stars. I still really liked it. The urge that I have to buy one of the sets off of Mercari that's on sale right now. I wish I could do that. I'm not going to right now. I would like to finish the whole series and see what I think of it before I buy the whole series. But I love it so much. You guys, you have no freaking clue how much I love Waiting for Spring. It holds such a special place in my heart. I've really wanted to get more into manga this year, so I'm really excited to continue on with that. I guess we should also talk about the other book that I started yesterday, before we get too ahead of ourselves here. This is For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn, I believe is how you say her name. You guys, this book, I should have checked to make sure that this was how far in. I really stopped in the middle of a chapter. I probably did, because I think I stopped to try to, okay, wait, actually 1 second. Let me see where I actually am, because I don't think I stopped in the middle of a chapter. Okay, no, I totally did stop in the middle of a chapter. I didn't mean to. I was gonna update you guys. I could have sworn that I continued reading it, but I didn't. I just looked at the audiobook. I've been doing a mix of like immersion reading and only audiobook reading, just depending on the mood. And if I can sit down, I will sit down and read it. But this book follows our main character, who I apparently forgot the name of, Lily. This book follows our main character named Lily, and Lily gets a very like harrowing and just downright depressing diagnosis at the very beginning of this book, and she basically finds out like she's dying. Like, even if they did all the things that they offered to her, she still would die within a certain amount of time. It may extend her life a little bit longer, but she's still gonna die, basically. So she kind of decides to forego all the treatments in favor of kind of just living her life to the fullest for the last year that she's alive. And then she passes away, and she goes to the afterlife. In this kind of like afterlife situation, basically what happens is you are judged based off of whatever you want. You can do like the worldly judge, or like I can't think of the word right now, but you can kind of be judged off of like everything, not necessarily based off of a religion. You can be judged based off of any religion you want to be, or you can kind of just forego judgment and kind of just wander around aimlessly. There's a little bit more nuance to everything that I'm kind of explaining, but basically our character decides, hey, I'm going to do just kind of the normal judgment. I'm not going to go based off of any religion, agnostic, anything like that. I'm just going to go straight to just like judgment in general. And she ends up in paradise, and she really loves it. She gets her dream house. She gets her dream library. She gets to see her cat that passed away before her, and she's kind of like really happy about this. However, she feels like something is missing, and so she decides to like venture down this hallway, and she kind of comes to like the pearly gates of heaven. She gets to see like other people's doors and stuff like that. She gets to see all this stuff, and then she manages to catch a glimpse of someone trying to escape from hell. They are besides themselves. They cannot believe that they managed to get to hell, basically. And the demons are kind of dragging them back in. They're like, hey, you cannot escape this judgment. You're the one who chose how you were judged, and you got judged based off of that. So, Lily is like, oh, how interesting. And so she goes into hell, and she watches this judgment take place. Or like all these people like screaming at the demons of hell because they got judged and they didn't like their judgment. There's pastors, there's moms, there's just like, there's dads, there's all types of people in there. And Lily takes it upon herself to basically become like the head person of dealing with all of these people who are besides themselves, who are in denial, whatever. And because in this world, they can kind of just yap back to customers. I mean, I know they aren't customers, but it's like a customer service gig. And you can yap back and you can do whatever you want to them, and you won't receive corporal punishment. Is that literally not the dream? Like, I work in customer service, and like, I wish every day I could get out of it. I really do. I'm only mostly joking. I do feel somewhat fulfilled by my life, to be honest, but either way, she sets up this little desk, she gets a little chair, and she starts dealing with all of these people that are pissed off that they're in hell. First she deals with her mother, and then she deals with this really horrible, awful, nasty person, and she actually beats him to death. Now, obviously their souls will regenerate because, you know, they're dead, but she beats this person to a bloody pulpit, kills him, and she is basically like, you know, it's a very harrowing experience seeing why people went to hell, because she has this little book of paperwork, she can touch it, and she knows why people went to hell, and it's very hard, but she gets a lot of reward from it. She's not alone. She gets to take off her customer, like, I think we can all relate if we've been in a customer service job to just want to yell at people and like just, you know, talk to them at their level. She gets that satisfaction of doing that. But not only that, the demons are really, really appreciating her because she is doing something that no human that's ever made it to paradise or heaven or anything has ever done for them before, which is help them. No one has ever like seen someone be dragged back to hell and been like, let me go help. So Lily is very special in that way. Before I talk about this, I'm gonna put a trigger warning for cancer, because that is what she dies of. And I don't really want to compare our situations, obviously, but I didn't realize this book was about cancer. And if you guys don't know, I was diagnosed with cancer after I had my daughter 2 years ago. And two totally different things. Mine doesn't metastasize. It's just kind of dormant. It's fine. Oh geez, sorry. I'm like getting sick as well. Great way to start off the readathon. But and luckily, like, the cancerous tumor that I have right now won't kill me. It won't metastasize. The main concern for the tumor that I have is that it grows arms and it can wrap around like your spinal cord or whatever. But luckily, it's kind of in between like layers, so it won't get me. Fingers crossed. But I don't like to talk about it very much, because like, how do you compare someone who like literally gets told that they have cancer all over their body to someone who, like me, isn't really necessarily affected by it to the extent that other people are. But like, it really hit me because, geez, like, it doesn't metastasize, but all I can think about some days is like, what if I get another cancer and it does metastasize? Like, yeah. It's very, like, you know, yeah, it's hard. And, you know, now I have a kid to think about. Like, not that I would ever want to leave Steven by himself either, but, like, now I have Oakley to think about, and I love her, and I want to be her mom for as long as humanly possible. So, yeah, it's just something that I often think about, and I get asked about it because they noticed it while I was, like, pregnant, actually. The lump kind of formed like my first month of pregnancy, and I honestly thought it was just constipation, if I'm being honest. That's like really embarrassing, but I have another condition that happens to me pretty much on every single day of every single year. So, yeah, I don't know, just hard to think about it. And she will occasionally get these flashbacks of her life when she was alive, and she is kind of going through the grieving process a little bit in this book. I think that we'll get more into it in like the middle part of the book, because I mean, I'm only like 90 pages in, so we haven't really hit the meat of the story. I mean, this book is almost 600 pages, so yeah, we're gonna deal with, like, I know we're gonna deal with grief at some point. There's something that feels like it was unresolved in her life, so she's going to probably have to come to terms with that. But yeah, there were multiple moments in this book so far that have made me kind of well up, made me emotional. And if you don't know, actually, my husband got this book for me for Valentine's Day, and he read a little bit of it, but he didn't read the whole thing. And yeah, Steven has a really good way of like just picking random books and me loving them. He actually picked out Skyward for me, I believe, on a whim, and I love that book. That's one of my top tier books. I love that book. So I think for him, The Bell Tolls is going to be another one of my all-time favorite books. I know it's a big statement to make 90 pages into like an almost 600-page book, but I love it. And yeah, it's just so interesting because, you know, yeah, it's interesting. Now, do I think hell is going to be as peaceful as they're portraying it? I don't know. In this book, there are 7 layers of hell, as well as like in Dante's Inferno. Sorry, I'm thinking of the readathon that just happened. I'm so bugged. There were so many readathons I wanted to participate in last month, and my mentals were not in good health, let me tell you. But yeah, I'm really loving that book, and you guys, I think this has I mean, my favorite book of the year so far is probably Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I mean, you know, it's that or A False Start by Elsie Silver, but this book I think is going to dethrone it unless it literally gets so much worse. But yeah, I love it. I love it. So I'm really excited to continue on with it. Now, let's talk about reading plans today. Obviously, I mean, I'm already like caught up to my 2 books that I was ahead of yesterday. So the goal for today is to finish at least 1 book. I'd like to finish 2, but if I can't finish 2, I'd like to finish 1. So let me talk about the books that I'm kind of like considering, thinking about, what have you. So first, I don't know where my copy went. Actually, oh, there it is. So I would say that this one would be the easiest one to finish. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to finish this book today unless I literally did nothing but read it today, and I would love to do that, but in a challenge like this, you always need to be like a book ahead, almost. So I would really feel more comfortable if I could read 2 books today. We'll see though. So first we have the first book, In the Dark Vault, the archived, the audiobook, super short. It's YA. I think it'll be really easy to read. Haven't started it, but I think I might. Oh, we can turn it on. Give me 1 second, okay? Then the other one that I could also finish is The Hall of Gods by A.J. Vrana, maybe? Sorry, my heater just turned on. If it's not my pellet stove, it's my heater. But I am really intrigued by this book. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm about 50 pages in, and I could not give you a synopsis. It seems like there's a lot of moving parts of this book so far. So maybe if I get back stuck into this, I will kind of give you the general gist of the synopsis. Then we have Romeo and Juliet. I started this last month. Oh, I also started this last month as well. I will not count the 45 pages I read on the 28th towards my thing for Ramathon. Don't worry. And then obviously Romeo and Juliet. I read like 10 pages of it last month, so I'd like to finish it. This book is going to take me a deceivingly long amount of time, unfortunately. I have a feeling. So I'd like to like read a little bit more of this. Maybe I can read like 20 pages of this. I don't know. It's a lot on the old brain. I feel like they're yapping and I'm not understanding what they're saying. And that's just classics for you, right? Like that's how I feel about Wuthering Heights. And then I also started a reread of Prince of Wolves the last day of February. I think I got a whopping like 15 to 20 pages in, so I might continue on with that. Yeah, I got 15 pages in to chapter 2. So I could also read this. This is very short. I am only reading this with my eyeballs though, so it would probably take me a little bit of time to read it, but yeah. I'm really excited. Today is a day that I talk to Courtney about our buddy reads, so I'm excited to do that. I do first need to finish the last few chapters that I have of our buddy reads, so I'm gonna do that first. I already finished some of them, so I need to just finish the rest of them. I really need to be on top of that, or else my whole weekends are going to be dedicated to reading the buddy reads, and it's not that I have an issue with that, it's just that in a challenge such as this, it's like these books, except for one, we're gonna finish one of them this month, but for the most part these books are not gonna be finished this month, so like it's kind of just like, I don't want to call it frivolous reading because I'm liking everything that I'm reading, obviously, and like I don't want to stop doing our buddy reads, but yeah. Anyway, those are kind of what's on the dock today. I could change my mind, we'll just see. I would like, the main goal is to finish my whole TBR this month, because if I'm gonna read 30 books I need to read the 11 books that I picked out. So yeah, we're just gonna see. I think this month is going to go really good. Obviously, I want to read 30 books this month, but as long as I beat last year's situation, I think I would be happy with that. So with all that being said, I will let you guys go. Sorry that this has been a really long intro, but I wanted to catch you up on some stuff. And I will talk to you cuties in a little bit with some more updates. Hi besties, what's up? Happy Tuesday. I have really bad news. Okay, I'm still on track, but I did not finish a book yesterday. So the extra books, or like the extra manga volume that I read on Sunday was basically like, you know, it didn't stay an extra for very long, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. I did read yesterday. Did I read a book that I know I'm definitely not finishing this month? Yes. But I did work on Manacled, which, can I just say, I know that I haven't talked about Alchemized or Manacled on my channel much at all. I'm buddy reading them with my friend Courtney. We're reading like 5 chapters a week at this point, and I don't know. Oh my gosh. No, the way that these books are literally like, they're so good. They're so good. Like, I would be shell-shocked if these were not my like number 1 or number 2 up this year, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I love them so much. I'm really excited to continue on with them, but I only read like 6 chapters of Manacled yesterday, which is still a lot, to be fair, but I only read 6 chapters of that, so, or 7 maybe. I keep doing that. I'm going to literally throw up in my mouth. How do I keep doing that? I'm not even meaning to. I think it's a subconscious thing. We spent like a week with my nieces, and they say 6, 7 unironically, and now my brother says it because he thinks it's funny. By the way, different sides of the family. The nieces on Steven's side, we don't have any nieces or nephews on my side of the family yet. But when I tell you, now I can't stop noticing every time I do that. Even if I don't mean to, I swear. Anyway, I did come here to tell you. So we are getting ready to go to my sister-in-law's house. She has a doctor's appointment, and I'm assuming whoever was going to watch them fell through. So what we are going to do is I am going to go over to her house, watch her 2 boys for about an hour and a half, I'm assuming, and then I will be back here. But I did want to update you guys. So the goal today is to finish at least 1 book. Now, I do have to work tonight, so there's no way I'm finishing this. But there is a new release that came out today that is actually on its way to me, that I started this morning and that I'm liking. And it is Just Friends by Haley Pham. Now, I do want to mention this because obviously, like, I watch her content. That's how I know about this book. I guess it's a book of the month pick too, so I would know about it that way too. Not that I have book of the month, but like I get ads, you know. So how do I say this? I want you guys to know that I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible. Now, is Haley Pham one of my all-time favorite creators? No, she's not. I'm just going to be honest. She's not. She's not like one of the people that I see their video pop up in my feed and I'm like, oh, I need to watch that right now. I get to it when I get to it, if I do get to it. There will be a level of biasness that even I can't control in the back of my mind because I have watched her and I do like her as a person. So I don't know. I do want to mention that, but I don't give high ratings even if I'm biased, okay? I do want to make that clear. I'm not just going to give it 5 stars if it's a 3-star book or 4 stars if it's a 2-star or whatever. I'm about 10% of the way through and I'm enjoying it so far. Tell me why though I keep getting all these cancer books. I swear, I just, you can't make this up. Like in Just Friends, we follow our main character and I don't fully remember her name. I don't remember her name at all, to be honest, but she gets a call that basically, hey, don't act like that. Chaos gremlin. She's gonna be 2 April 1st. And I feel bad for me and my husband. I'm scared. I'm intimidated. But anyway, so we follow our female main character. And unfortunately, a little bit before the beginning of the book, she gets a call that her aunt, I believe it's her aunt. I'm kind of confused with the family dynamics. I'm not saying that to be snarky. I think that maybe I just like need to go back and reread that part because I don't know. I'm a little bit confused, but maybe I'm just being silly. So, I believe the woman that got cancer is her aunt. Her mom calls and gives her the bad news, and our female main character basically gives up everything she's been working for the past however many years at college, and she gives up this really great job that she got while she was in college to come home and be with her family in her hometown. And I believe it's like second chance, it's friends to lovers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I've read the first flashback and it's so cute. I really liked it. So I'm really excited. It seems we're gonna have a small town vibe, so hopefully I continue to enjoy it. Hi, baby. I am a little nervous because I have not heard the best things about this book. I will say I don't feel similar to how like other people that I've seen review this book. I don't necessarily feel similar to them in the way that I feel like this book is overwritten or trying to be overly flowery or have overly quotable quotes, if you can say stuff like that, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't feel that way right now, but I guess we'll see when the time comes. Now, this book is getting delivered to my house sometime today. I'm listening to the audiobook right now. I had an Audible credit, so I'm really happy that I had that because I really wanted to read that book this month. So we're gonna continue on with that. And then as soon as I finish that one, we will probably either get back into For Whom the Bell Tolls, which I really would like to, or what we might do, because I do work tomorrow as well. I work Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I don't know if I should be telling you guys my definitive schedule, but it is what it is. What I'm probably going to attempt to do is get a little bit further into the Hollow Gods. Hello. Okay, sorry. I don't know where I was, but I believe I was talking about this. I want to get a little bit further into this so I don't have a super crap ton of reading. Sorry. I'm never gonna get this update done before I have to leave. The Hollow Gods. I'm gonna continue on with this most likely after I finish Just Friends. I'm sorry. I'm like, I need to take. I'm a little overstimulated right now. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I just need to take a deep breath. She's not trying to piss me off intentionally, and I'm on my period, so it really does not help. For some reason, after I had a baby, I get so much rage when I'm on my period, and like even before it, I just have this overwhelming sense of needing to throw things through a wall. Not my child. Not my child. I never want to hurt her, but like the overwhelming feeling to punch a hole through the wall, which I could not do. I would break my hand, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like I have never felt this way before, but the overstimulation that comes with having a child is even more than I thought. And like, I want another baby. I know that we've talked about it. I know that you guys are like, if you're overstimulated by your 2-year-old, how are you gonna throw a baby into the mix? Maybe the baby will be the calming, the calming sense of peace that I need. Oh, heck, you guys. Okay, it's just because I'm on my period and I'm overly tired. That's probably why I feel like this. But the rage, the hormonal rage that I get now, out of this world. Anyway, So I'm most likely going to continue on with this after I finish Just Friends. And I will kind of give you the rundown on that, probably while Oakley is asleep. Let's be real, for her nap this afternoon, I'm praying that I can finish a book before her nap and maybe get a little bit more into this one. I don't know if that's possible where I'm babysitting short notice today, but like I said, my sister-in-law does a lot for me, so I feel like I can return the favor. I'm not really that bothered by it. So those are the 2 books on the dock today. And then I also got a book in the mail yesterday that I'm really excited to show you guys. So I also really want to read this book this month, but I feel like I'm like overdoing it a little bit because I also want to try to read like books from my TBR for last month, because obviously like I was in that reading slump and I only finished 4 books last month and 3 of them were within the same like 48 hours. So I was in a reading slump basically the whole month. But I bought Modern Divination by Isa. Okay, respectfully, I'm not gonna try to say her last name, or their last name. I think I'm gonna butcher it. So when I do decide to read it, I will try to find a hi sweet girl. Are you okay? Did you bonk your head? I will try to find a I can't think of the word, but I will try to figure out how to say her last name when I read this. So I'm very excited about this. I heard about this on Gianna Liliana's channel, I think. She read it when it was still self-pubbed. She loved it. And I got this book off of Pango for $7. It's like $20 on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. So that was a steal of a deal. You bet your butt that I like snatched that as soon as I saw that price. So I'm excited. I feel like this book is a little bit too big to fit into my reading plans this month, but I'm sorry guys. I said the wrong pronouns. I mispronounced them. Their pronouns are they and them. It looks like from their author profile. So I apologize. But like I said, when I eventually do read this, I will look up the pronunciation of their last name. Hopefully I remember to do that. But anyway, regardless, I'm really excited to read this. Hi besties, what's up? So it is Wednesday. It's actually like I need to leave for work soon, but I wanted to kind of come on here and talk to you guys because I am a little over halfway through Just Friends by Haley Pham. Now, you may be like, Makenzie, were you supposed to finish that yesterday? Are you now a book behind 4 days into the challenge? And yes, I am. So that kind of sucks, but tomorrow I'm planning on kind of like making up for it. And I will be finishing this book tonight. So I'm not really too worried about it. And then I'll probably get more into this tonight too. Those are like my reading plans. So midway check-in for this book. I feel a little bit conflicted. So, okay, first I want to say I'm liking this book. I don't think it's as bad as everybody is like saying that it is, and obviously everybody is entitled to their own opinions when it comes to books. If you read this and you hated it, your opinion is valid, but I do feel like people were ripping Haley to shreds for this book for no reason. Some of the reviews that I saw, like early reviews, were like the writing didn't make sense for the story. There were like random lines thrown in there that were like metaphorical, and they don't feel like this is the type of book where that writing should be. Stuff like that. I think any sort of writing can mean any sort of book. I don't think that just because it's romance means that it can't have like random like metaphorical lines. I don't know. So I will say, we've got nothing from these characters though. Like what baby? What you doing, honey? We've like gotten nothing as far as romance goes with these characters. Like they don't even like each other right now, and that's fine, but like we're 50% of the way through the book. Like so I can see why people are frustrated that she calls it a romance when like the romance hasn't even started halfway through the book. I get that. I'm hoping that it starts in the next few chapters, because like these characters have a lot of trauma and stuff to work through, and we haven't even gotten to that part yet. Like we don't even know exactly what happened to break them apart. We have like inklings of a reason, but we don't know the exact reason. Like we haven't gotten to see that yet. So I don't know. I'm conflicted about this book. I will say it's a very fast and easy read. I think it's cute. I really love the chapters in the past tense. I think that's really cute too. I just need something from them, okay? I just need something from these 2 main characters, because like so far they've had a couple moments, but like nothing groundbreaking, and it seems like they go back to like where they started from as soon as the cute moment is over, because like Declan has an interior or an exterior made of ice. I don't think he's letting anybody in, especially Blair. There we go. Especially Blair. I think that the thing that happened that broke them apart, I don't know. It's hard. I'm having a really hard time deciphering my feelings for this book, and I think that this is going to be one of those books where I don't know my full range of emotion towards it until the end of it, which sucks for a reading blog, because you know, how can I review books if I don't even know how to review this one? But I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. I'm feeling very conflicted. And like, there have been parts with Declan where he's kind of pretended not to know Blair. And considering that we're supposed to believe that in high school, like a few years prior to this, they had this all-encompassing, like earth-shattering love. And then all of a sudden it gets shattered and he's gonna pretend like he doesn't know her. That rubs me the wrong way. It rubs me the wrong way. Now, granted, the specific scene I'm talking about is kind of more in a professional setting. So I kind of also get that because when people from my past walk into the pharmacy that I work at, they don't know me and I don't know them. I don't know. It just like rubs me the wrong way how Declan is treating Blair, to be honest. And you know, she's being pretty petty towards him too. I don't know. These characters have a lot to work through. I'm just gonna be honest here. And I don't mean that in a negative way, obviously, but like they do have some stuff to work through, unfortunately. And I really hope it is resolved in the next 150 or 160 pages. I really hope so. So I'm really excited to go back though. Okay, sorry. Let's just a moment. She has like an annotated chapter at the end, and I'm really excited to like go through and read that. Is this a bonus chapter? Behind the scenes. Wait, I'm confused because actually I'm reading that and I don't remember reading that chapter. Oh my gosh, look at that. What the heck? I don't know. Oh no, I definitely read this chapter. Sorry, I just didn't remember the first bit. And I'm not really worried about I'm not really worried about this actually, so I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I'm having very mixed feelings towards this book. I'm hoping that I like it. I don't know. Right now, it's just like kind of a middle of the road book for me. I could take it or leave it. Like if the audiobook got plucked out of my grasp, I don't know if I would be rushing to read it physically, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't want to feel this indifferent towards this book. I really want to like it. I really want to, but I don't know. I am an end at the book girly for a reason, so. And I don't want to DNF it, by the way. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say here. I want to finish it, but I don't know. I honestly just want to call in sick today and read it. I don't know, though. I don't think that they have enough notice. No, I really shouldn't do that. But, I'm thinking about it. I won't do it, but I'm thinking about it. I'm already ready for work, so I might as well go. So anyway, I will talk to you cuties today after work. I'm planning on listening to the audiobook on my way to work, and maybe if I can sneak in some sneaky listening time to it while I am at work, I will try to do that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I kind of was risking it last week when I was listening to music with headphones. I'm not allowed to have headphones in at work, so I probably won't be listening to the audiobook, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. What are you doing? Take that out of your mouth, please. Thank you. All right, I will talk to you cuties after I get done with work with probably the final update on this book before I finish it. So I love you. I'll see you in a minute. Hey besties, what's up? It is Thursday today, and I have some news. I didn't finish the book yesterday either, so we're running like swiftly behind, more behind than I thought I would get by day 5, but that is okay. I have a game plan. So Just Friends is actually sitting over there on my chair. I maybe read like one chapter yesterday. It sucks because like I actually got sick while I was at work and I came home, and then I like proceeded not to read anything, which is stupid of me, but it is what it is. So I'm planning on finishing that. Then we are probably going to jump into the next Waiting for Spring volume. I think I'm on volume 11. Sorry if that's annoying, but I do want to finish that series this month. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. And then after that, we are going to jump back into The Hollow Gods by AJ Vrena, and we are going to continue on with this. And I think I'm pretty confident I can finish all of these, but I need to start now. It's like 7:30, I think, which is stupid that I'm awake this early, but like, tell me how sick and twisted this is. I woke up this morning and I saw that it was light outside, and I was like, oh, I finally slept in for once in my life, and it was like 7:05. So if I start right now, I don't think I should have any issues finishing any of these, honestly. And then I would also, all these books balancing so precariously, I would also like to get further into For Him the Bell Tools. This is not gonna like get finished until this weekend, I'm pretty sure, but I'd like to read a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow of this. And then, I don't know, I really need to get halfway into another book so that I can finish that book tomorrow, because I have to work tomorrow. So I don't know if I like get the archived and read like half of that, because like, let's be real, if I started the archive today, I think I could probably finish it too. I could also go for Prince of Wolves, but I do really need to read like some books off of my actual March TBR, so we'll kind of see where the mood takes me. I'm not opposed to anything that I have on my TBR for March, so I really need to get a move on though, because if I get accepted, so I didn't tell you guys this, Obviously I didn't tell you, but I applied for 2 ARCs. Now there's one that I'm almost positive I'm not gonna get. Unfortunately they had us link like all of our links and stuff, and I don't have a TikTok anymore, so I couldn't link my TikTok, and to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna get that one. It's Love Song by Al Kennedy. I don't think I'm gonna get that one, but I did apply for it. And then I also applied for Fighting Chance by Madge Rafferty. I love Mad's books so much. I really love them. So I got an ARC for Breaking Point, and I really loved that one. I mean, that one was really good. So I'm very hopeful that I'm gonna get it, but if I do, I mean, that's gonna be like a 500-page book. I already know that for a fact, so I really need to get on with like finishing books. Also, sorry to bring it up, if you aren't an SJM fan, you don't have to watch this, but I am so excited. She announced 2 books. She announced 2 books last night. Last night was her podcast with Alex on Call Her Daddy. Now, I'm gonna say something unpopular. I don't really think I like the Call Her Daddy podcast. I felt a little cringed out watching it, and that's saying a lot for me because I feel like I'm also very cringy. But I don't know. I am so excited though. I have a very distinct feeling that I am going to need to have finished the whole Crescent City series, and I would really like to do a whole world reread. So what I might do is gonna be kind of crazy, but I might. It's hard because I want to annotate all of them too. I just don't think that's realistic for like the 7-month time frame. I know that that sounds like a silly thing to say, but like, I mean, that would have to be all I did day in and day out is annotate, and so I don't think I have enough time to technically do that, but I would love to read all the ACOTAR books and all the Crescent City books. I really need to annotate ACOTAR. I feel like that's the one series by her. Like, I have read ACOTAR the most, even though, well, the first book at least. It might rival Assassin's Blade, actually, because I keep restarting the series to do a reread, and then I never do. But I don't know. I really want to do like dedicated spoiler-filled reading vlogs. So I don't know. I'm really sad. Like, October seems so far away, but like it also seems like not enough time. Oh my gosh, over 1,000 pages for the next 2 ACOTAR books like together is crazy, and I literally was like tearing up in my living room. I'm so excited. So yeah, really excited about that. I thought I wanted to share with that with the class. I'm so excited. I know that there are a lot of people who don't like Sarah J Maas, and so they probably don't care about this portion of the video, but I am very excited about it. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go. We're gonna get more into the books that I talked about. Definitely finishing Just Friends. I need to finish that. I'm still liking it well enough. I'm gonna be honest, I want there to be a little bit more romance at this point, so hopefully the romance picks up. I also need to edit a vlog because I want to post that today, and I still need to like edit. I've rough cut everything. I just need to finish like actually editing the whole video. So I'm probably gonna take like every 30 to 45 minutes, I'll probably take a 15-minute break and edit the vlog. And if I edit for 15 minutes or like to the 15-minute mark of the video, I should only have to do that like 3 or 4 times to get it done. And then I need to start editing my March TBR because I wanted to do a double feature this week and it's not happening. So we'll see what happens. But with all that being said, I will talk to you cuties hopefully when I finish Just Friends, and give you my final thoughts. And then I'll kind of tell you guys, like, maybe I'll update you when I finish Just Friends and Waiting for Spring volume 11, because I feel like we're so far into that series that I don't know that I'll have like a ton to say. Sorry, I know I always say bye to you guys and then I always say some more shit, but like the amount that I want to go on Mercari and buy the full series. Ooh, I also have a fairy loot box to unbox with you guys. Actually, I'll do that and then we can go. But the amount that I just want to go on Mercari and buy all the rest of the Waiting for Spring volumes, and like all of them as one, is high. I have to have a lot of self-restraint. So anyway, let me go get that fairy loot box and we can open it. Oh, I also have another book that I want to show you guys. Yeah, always adding to my TBR over here. Okay, first let's talk about the book that I already unboxed because it was in a box with a bunch of other stuff. We have Emma by Jane Austen. I'm so excited to read this. A Patreon that I'm actually, oh, what the hell? Look at that. Why would I think that's part of the cover? I don't know, but I don't know. Anywho, it doesn't matter. A Discord that I'm a member of does classic buddy reads every month. In fact, they did 2 last month. Did I read either of those? No. But I'm really excited for Emma. I'm hoping that I can get into this one a little bit easier than Wuthering Heights, because I'm still kind of in the middle of Wuthering Heights, and I don't know, the old time talk, like, I'm not gonna lie, I know that I'm not stupid, but it kind of makes me feel stupid, and I don't like when things make me feel stupid. So hopefully Emma is a little bit of a different situation. But I'm really excited for this. I didn't realize this copy has it has pictures, so that's a fun little surprise every so often. So I'm really excited to read my first Jane Austen book. I really hope I like this, because so they did like this huge Jane Austen like book box thing, and I don't remember who did it, but it was up for pre-order, and I was worried I wasn't gonna get it, so I ordered it, and now I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. I love this paperback. I think it's so pretty, so hopefully I can get to that this month as well. My TBR is a little bit too stacked. I don't know. Okay, and now let's get into the fairy loot box. I have not opened it, but I did cut the tape. I think I know what this is, but I could be wrong. I'm wrong. You guys, okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at a secondhand website, because I ordered the second book in the Crimson Moth duology, and I have never received it. So I really need to take a gander, because they confirmed my thing, unless they canceled it, which they very well could have. But oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Okay. It's Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. This makes me even more excited to continue on with my buddy read that I'm doing of this. Okay, you guys, if you don't want to see the rest of it, I will put a timestamp, but shut up. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite special edition that I own. Oh. Ooh, shut up. Shut up. This is so pretty. And then, of course, we have like the purple cover, the purple colorway of the original, or the purple colorway of the original cover. I'm so glad I snagged a copy of this. I kind of hesitated because I hadn't read Dire Bound or even started it when I ordered this, but I was like, Makenzie, if you love it, you're gonna regret not buying it, and then you're gonna have to spend like up the wazoo to get it. People be reselling for like asinine prices. So I'm happy that I got this. Oh my gosh, you guys, shut up. It's so pretty. Anyway, now it is time to go get some reading done. I've procrastinated long enough, so I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully my voice does not sound like this, like I just woke up. You guys, you are not gonna believe this. I'm in shock. So that's, I'm in shock. I wish I would have opened the email on camera, but people are getting ARCs. So let me tell you a little story. People are posting on Instagram that they're getting the ARC of Fighting Chance by Madge Rafferty. Now, I'm gonna say something. When I said that I was expecting to get that ARC, I'm not saying that in an entitled way. I just figured that I had a better chance of getting it because of the fact that I read Breaking Point last year as an ARC, and I rated it 5 stars, which is a real 5-star, not a fake one. I love that book so much. I think about it all the time. So I went to check my email, and I was like, okay, it seems like all my stuff is being rerouted to my, to a different section of my email. So I didn't get any notifications or anything on my phone. I applied for an ARC of Love Story by Elle Kennedy. Elle Kennedy is one of my favorite authors. I love her books. She wrote one of my favorite books of 2024 at this point. It's been so long since I've read The Graham Effect. I love that book so much. And The Charlie Method was one of my most anticipated releases of last year. Now, just full transparency, I have not read that book. I'm really scared of it after seeing the reviews. But tell me why. Oh, this is so silly. I fear that if I get Fighting Chance, I'm gonna cry. So maybe I need to be checking my email with you guys, because tell me how I got accepted, because, okay, I'm gonna be blunt with you guys, right? Obviously, I sent in my application, and I just kind of did it as a hee-hee ha-ha moment, because I'm gonna be honest, right? I was not expecting to get accepted to this. I know that you don't have to have followers to gain ARCs, right? But I sent like in all my stuff, and because I don't have a TikTok anymore, I was kind of scared that I wasn't gonna get an ARC of this book. I was like, I don't have TikTok, that's strike one. Strike two, I don't have many followers, which, by the way, I don't need a lot of followers to be happy, right? That's not what I'm saying here. But what I am saying is I think that a lot of like popular authors, people in general, publishing houses, you need a lot of you need followers to get stuff, and not all the time, obviously. Like, I don't want to say it's all the time, but all my reading plans are changing today. I literally, if I get this and Fighting Chance, this will be the best month of my life so far this year. Because this year has been really shitty, and I know that I've talked about it. Mental health wise, it's been bad, and then, you know, stuff was released, and then I started spiraling, and it's just been one thing after the other this year, and I just can't believe it. So, here's the problem. I'm still 3 books behind. I have not finished Haley Pham's book. I will finish that today. I'm gonna finish that before I start this. But I'm starting this right away. I need to read it now. If I have to read 7 books this weekend to get caught up and a little bit ahead, I will do that. But this is what I'm reading for the rest of the day. After I finish Just Friends, we are reading this. I'm so excited. I cannot believe this. This might be the best day of this year. This might be the best day of this year so far. First, we get SJM news, like, last night, and that was, like, the best night of my life. And now, this. I swear, the past 24 hours have healed my soul in a way I was not expecting. Hi, my sweetie. Do you have anything to tell the people?
Baby.
She's holding her baby. I won't show you because she's not on my channel hardly at all now, but, excuse me, ma'am. Tell me why she dropped off her kid for me to babysit. No, she didn't even ask me first. You guys, I cannot, like, express to you, like, it feels really silly to cry over an ARC, right? Like, it feels silly because, like, in the grand scheme of things, like, it doesn't matter, but now I have something to look forward to, and it's just been hard. I've been having, like, a lot of, like, I don't know, I've been having a lot of stuff. Well, at least she brought the baby's blanket. Thank you for at least giving me that.
Mommy.
I'm almost done, and then we'll go back out into the living room, I promise. This year, okay, there's a good chance. Oh, there's your baby in her blankie.
Baba.
Her baba's out in the living room. You need to go get her baba. She's hungry. Go get her baba in the living room. Really quick. I'll be here when you get back. That little girl has made my life so infinitely better too. Like, I cannot stress to you how much having Oakley has meant to me too. Anyway, damn it. Like, sorry, it feels really silly to cry over an ARC. And it's a mix of everything, right? Like, it's a mix of everything, but I'm sorry. And now I'm all snotty and gross, and my child is coming back with her baby's baba. But this year has felt so hopeless. Like, and I don't say that to be dramatic, right? But, like, I didn't like to read. Like, I wasn't loving, I don't know, like, I wasn't having an easy time with reading. I didn't want to do anything that brings me joy. I didn't want to do anything. Like, I was just living on low power mode for January and most of February. And, it honestly, at some points, felt like, what was the point? Like, it feels like the world is ending to me sometimes. And you know, maybe it is. But anyway, sorry. It's just, like, it's been a lot, and I have just felt so guilty for feeling this way. Like, how do I have, like, the 2 best things, like, my favorite person 1 and my favorite person 2 being my husband, and, like, being so happy with life, like, in general, but, like, how do I get over the fact that I was, like, so depressed for, like, so long, and I would come out of it, and I would see the top of the mountain, and then there would be another ledge to get over. I don't really know how to explain this, but, like, gee, honestly, like, I just haven't felt like there's anything to look forward to. And you know what? I'm getting out of it, right?
Baba.
Did you? Oh, her baba's right here, baby. Here. I'll hold her bottle. Hold your bottle. Yep, good job. And oh, and there's her Blinky. Oh, is she going night-night? I love you. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just so relieved I feel like myself again, too. That, that's a big thing, right? And, if I've been happy in videos, that's not me faking it. Let's be real. I haven't been filming for this exact reason. I don't want to get on camera and be... I love you. Is that your baby? Oh, whoa. I don't know. It's just such a relief. I feel like I'm... Hey, you're the one who got down off of the bed, honey. Here, come over here and I'll pick you up. Come here. Come right here. It's just such a relief to start feeling like myself again. So, yeah. And like I said, really, is this about an arc? No. Is it about, 2 ACOTAR books coming out? No, not necessarily. Because I have other books that I'm really excited about this year, but it just feels so good to feel like myself again, to want to read. To actively want to read. Because, let's be real. I know that 10 books in 2 months is really good. And I'm happy with that number, but, it just hasn't felt the same as it has this month. So, with all that being said, I will update you guys when I finish Just Friends by Haley Pham. I might also still read a volume of Waiting for Spring. I feel like I still should do that, just so that I'm only 1 book behind. And then we are gonna jump into this, and I'm gonna read this all day. I will finish editing my video in segments. I will upload it, and then I'm going to read this all day. Screw responsibilities, right? No, just kidding. Obviously, it's fine, but I'm reading this all day. Also, I'm gonna talk to my friend about this because we're buddy reading a bunch of Sarah J Maas's books, like I already talked about, I think, but I have a feeling that April is going to be dedicated for me, to reading a bunch of SJM books. So, if you guys are down with that, I mean, I'm gonna try to make spoiler-filled vlogs. Like I said, I'm gonna talk to her first because obviously I still want to do our buddy reads, but I am just I'm going to read all of those books next month probably. So, well, not all 17 books. That's a lot of SJM books, but oh, your piggies? What happened to your piggies? Oh, it's okay. I cannot express how much I love that child. I love her a lot. And I'm so grateful that she's my child. I love her. I love her so much. I'm so grateful for her every day. I'm so grateful I was able to have her. Even if I could never have another baby a day in my life, at least I have her. And I really love her. Anywho, sorry. I'm just honestly, thank God that I feel so much better than I did, because I think I said this in another video, but it was getting to the point where I thought that I might need to go to the doctors and get back on antidepressant meds, and really, honestly, I probably need to start seeing a therapist. Sorry, this is really gross. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I also want to say, even though we just talked about numbers don't matter necessarily, but you guys, I just hit 243 subscribers on my channel, and I just wanted to say thank you. I'm just so grateful for you guys too. Posting videos, even though I haven't posted as many as I wanted to the past few months, posting videos gives me an escape that I need. Editing it and stuff like that, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here and listening to me yap about books and watching me cry on my channel and watching me just be a chaotic wreck half of the time. Just thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. I started making friends from YouTube and Discord last year, and it has just been the highlight of my life. I know I talk about Courtney a lot, but she's become a really close friend, which I wasn't expecting. I actually started watching her channel last year, and I never thought that we'd be friends. Obviously I'm a part of a few Discords. The main one that I'm usually on is Lachlan's Discord, and I love everybody on that server so much. They are all so kind. I would consider every one of them friends too. They are just literally the best. I love them. I love them. And I also kiki around Jan's Discord as well, from Jan Agaton, and I love her Discord too. I don't talk as much in there as I would like to. I'm a very shy and timid person, and I overthink everything that I do. So just know, if I message anybody in a Discord, or I message in a Discord in general, I really thought it through. And her binky, and I really overthought it before I sent it. So I'm so grateful for all the friendships I've been making the past year. Just everything. I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, it's crazy to think that maybe none of this would have happened if I would have never like been interested in reading or gotten into Booktube. So thank you guys, and I love you, and I will talk to you in a little bit with some updates. I'm sorry that this is where I film like every single clip pretty much. Hopefully the bedroom clips are giving you guys a little bit of much needed like rest from the same angle, but this is like the easiest place to film, and it's the furthest away from my bedroom, which is where Oakley sleeps, and I just don't want to wake her up when she's taking a nap. But I have some updates. Now I'm realizing you can see my messy house behind me. We're just gonna pretend that we don't see that because we're all friends here, right? One second. Okay, I feel like that's a lot better. I feel like it was the chair. My bag is still sitting on the couch. Hopefully that's fine. But I have finished book 3 of the challenge, and let's talk about it because I am having some very mixed emotions, and I thought it would be nice to kind of talk to you guys about it. Okay, so I finished Just Friends. Now, okay. Okay, let's talk about this because, like I said, I'm having very mixed emotions and I don't know how to articulate them in a way that might make sense. So I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna see. So I don't know if I gave you like an actual synopsis of this book, but if I did not, this book follows our main character named Blair, and Blair has been studying in New York to become, I believe she was gonna become a publicist. I could be wrong, but she has been working tirelessly to make this dream a reality. Well, she's been working tirelessly to make this a reality, but when she gets earth-shattering news, she realizes that she's going to have to go home to her hometown and maybe not only confront some demons of her past, but also come to terms with the fact that this person may no longer be alive in the next few weeks. And I will say, I will give Haley her flowers. I did tear up at a couple moments of this book because this book does punch some hard, like, this book does have some hard-hitting moments. It does. It packs a punch where it's important for the most part, but there are some moments that don't pack that emotional punch that I feel like was necessary for the book. Okay, so this might be an unpopular opinion, and for the most part, I feel this way about most romance books, if not all of them, but I feel like we really needed something from Declan in this book. A POV every few chapters would have been nice. I wish we could have seen where his head was. I wish we would have gotten more scenes with them together. I feel like they kind of started hitting things head on about halfway through the book, and then that leaves time for them to have like one nice moment and then the third act conflict. And while I don't mind the third act conflict in this book necessarily, I don't feel like it was necessary. I've heard this from a few people, and I kind of get where they're coming from, and it makes sense to me. This is a second chance romance, and they've already broken up, so why do they need to break up again? Now, I say that knowing that I'm writing a second chance romance that has a third act conflict that I don't know if if it's breakup material or not. So I'm aware that I sound I sound pretty, hypocritical right now, but if it's taking them 50% of the book to get together, why at 75% are we getting hit with this big bombshell? How do I explain this? Like, this felt like a coming of age novel to me, and I don't know, can you come of age? Like, can you have a come of age moment when you're in your 20, like, I think this main character is about 24, 25. I mean, I feel like I'm a lot more of a different person at like 23 or 24 than I am now. I feel like I've really like grown from who I used to be. So I guess like that's fair, but I don't know. Like, there were conversations that needed to be had that I don't know if we necessarily had. I feel like there was like, I don't know, at least one or two things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but there were a couple things that like we didn't fully get answers to. Like, there were things that were alluded to that never got answered, and I'm not one to notice that, by the way. I am very easy to please with books. I mean, everything that I've read pretty much this whole year has been above a 3-star, so I am hard pressed to believe that I'm a tough critic. So the one thing I will say is I didn't mind the writing. I thought that the writing was pretty good. I think I went in expecting a more polished, more mature writing style, I guess you could say. But like, this is Haley Pham's first book. So I don't know why I'm expecting 10 years experience when I believe that she only started writing, as far as I know, like 3-4 years ago. So I don't feel like that's a fair critique. I feel like this book would not dissuade me from reading anything else she publishes, and I'm actually excited to see what she publishes next. I hope she's working on her next book. That'd be really cool. I don't know. I think for a romance book, we didn't get enough romance, and I did see people saying that, and unfortunately, I do have to kind of agree. There were really cute moments. I really liked the ending. I will say there was a line near the end of the book, and I won't tell you guys like what it said or whatever, but I thought that was gonna be the last line of the before like the inevitable prologue that we usually have in romance books, and it wasn't. And I was like, dang, that would have been the best last line ever. I felt like it would have really rounded out like the story. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say this because I feel rude saying this, okay? I feel mean. I feel like, who am I to critique people's grief? But I don't know that grief in this book was kind of experienced the way that I anticipated it being dealt with, because there's a lot of grief in this book. There is grief for the relationship with Declan that she could have had leading up to this point. There's grief for the person in her life that was really close that she lost. There's grief for the friendships that she had when she was in New York that don't feel as close in her grasp as they used to. Obviously Declan grieves a little bit. Like they both grieve like the time that they had, like the time that they lost that they could have had together. They both do that. And I feel like it was a bunch of like, I don't know. It felt like there wasn't a lot of like processing the grief, if that makes sense. I don't know. And grief is such a tricky thing to even speak on because everybody's grief looks different. And I think there were a lot of really hard-hitting moments and like lines to do with grief, but I don't know. It's hard. I think I'm gonna rate this book 3 stars. I'm gonna sit on it. This is how I felt, actually. Funny enough, it's sitting right here. This is how I felt when I read this too, which is interesting because they're very different books, but I'm feeling the same, like I'm not satisfied that I like read that book. Isn't that terrible? And like now that I've stepped away from this, like I'm really glad that I read it. I rated it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book, but like I don't have that overwhelming sense of finality that books usually give me after I read them. So that's wonderful. If you guys have seen any of the reviews too, a lot of people talk about self-insertion and how they feel like Haley inserted herself in a romance novel, and that's kind of what we're seeing. I don't think that personally. Now, maybe I haven't watched Haley's videos enough to know like, oh, this is actually her story to a T with a different name, but I don't think it is. Like I said, I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like for an author to be good at what they do, there has to be some level of self-insertion. I feel like that's a pretty unpopular opinion to have, but how else are writers supposed to bond with their readers? Through words, if not with slight self-insertion, with like grief, with like depression, with anxiety? How else if not through a little bit of self-insertion and like how you dealt with those, if that makes sense? So I'm not going to critique that too harshly. I don't feel like I'm one to talk on it. I feel like I have a different perspective because I've also been writing. I also write for fun. I've been writing since I can remember. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I have been. And there's always been a level of self-insertion in my books too. So maybe, I don't know. I also think it's hard when a YouTuber comes out with a book and it's their first ever novel that they've ever like written. Because this is Haley's first novel that she's ever written, as far as I know. It sounds like that's what it is. And you can only learn so much by writing one novel. I finished 3 or 4 in my lifetime. Again, the first few, not very good. I would never publish them, but I have that experience. So I don't know. A lot of people say that like it's very unlikely that the first book you ever write will be published, and it's great that her first ever book that she wrote was published. And I don't want to take that away from her because I think publishing a book, especially under a publishing house, is a very big feat within itself. I don't know. I think I also went in with a little bit too high of expectations. I feel like a lot of people did. I also did. And that was after seeing negative reviews too. And this is not a negative review, by the way. I don't have any qualms about her writing. I liked her characters. I liked the setting. I wish we would have seen more of the setting. I feel like we didn't get enough of that small town coastal vibe, which is what I'm assuming Haley was trying to portray in this book. I don't feel like we got enough of it. All in all, I think that this feeling could have been fixed with a couple different things. I feel like it needed to be a little bit longer, and we needed to really go in depth with the grief. I feel like we didn't. And there was something that happened near the end of the book with her and her friends, and how are we not like seeing their reactions to this? How is it like one line later and I told them everything? Like, no, show us the raw, ugly side of mourning someone that you love, trying to figure out if what you think that you want is what you really want. Like, show us that. It was just like, this is the surface. It was right here. I needed it to be a little bit deeper. and I feel bad saying this because I don't think this is a bad book. And I think that, if anything, this book is a good bridge for someone that's a little bit younger going into adult romance, because this doesn't have too many like adult or any adult situations really, actually, now that I think about it. There was no spice, which is not one of my critiques. Maybe a couple years ago it might have been, but I kind of matured, if you will. I don't feel like every romance book or every fantasy book or romantasy book needs to have a bunch of spice or any spice if the author doesn't want it to. So overall, very mixed feelings on Just Friends. I liked it. I'm glad that I read it. I just wish there was more. I wish there was more. And I think I went into this book with too high of expectations, expecting the 10th published book when it was really the first, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it sucks. You guys, I wanted this to be like the underdog book of the year for me. I wanted to come on here and tell you guys, this is a 6-star book. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm surprised though that I don't feel like, I feel sad about it, but like, I don't know. I kind of thought that I'd come on here and be like, I'm so sad that I didn't like this book, and like I'm disappointed by the book a little bit, but I don't know. That is not to say though that the 5-star and 4-star reviews that I've seen a couple, that is not to say that they're invalid. We just all have different experiences while reading, and that is fine. I'm not calling those people liars, and I'm not calling myself a liar for anything I just said either. So there is the 3rd book for this challenge, Red. Hi besties, what's up? So I hope that I did a decent job at cutting this video in a place where it makes sense to stop naturally. Now, I know that I teased you guys and I showed you on Instagram that I had like 2.5 hours of raw footage, and I honestly thought that this was going to be a 2-hour reading vlog, and I was really excited for it. However, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. My computer cannot handle me working on editing 2 hours of footage. It has crashed my laptop like 2 or 3 times. And the last time, obviously not the last time, but like a few times ago, iMovie actually crashed on me and it deleted every single bit of footage that I had edited for multiple vlogs. And it made me restart everything, which was fine. But I will say it has left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I know that my computer is hella old. I really need to replace it. I wish I could replace it, but it's kind of one of those things that is like low on the priority list at this moment, but I need to replace it because it cannot handle all the footage that I have for this particular vlog. I had it all in one video, as you guys saw. However, every time I went to edit it, it would freeze, it would crash. I would have to I've restarted my computer so many times. So I did have to cut this vlog in half. I know that it kind of sucks, but if you guys, I'm gonna reason with you guys here. If I had finished editing that vlog all the way through, iMovie crashed, it crashed my whole computer, and iMovie deleted everything, you guys would only be seeing sit-down videos from me for a while, because it takes a lot. If I'm being honest, it takes a lot of time and effort to edit reading vlogs in particular. I feel like editing sit-down videos, not too bad, but putting together vlogs and editing them and stuff like that, it takes a really, really, really long time. And I've probably been working on this vlog for about 8 hours now, at least. So we're just gonna post it how it is. I apologize. But you guys will be seeing the second part of this vlog very, very soon. As soon as I copied and pasted the rest of the footage into the new vlog, it was fine. It was fine. And maybe I had to restart my computer one time, but after that, it's been fine and I haven't had any issues, knock on wood, seriously. So I apologize that I've had to cut this a little bit short. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I apologize that these videos have been extremely late. I kind of thought that you guys would be seeing. I want to throw those people, or that person that is riding that motorcycle, off of a bridge. They have driven by my house and revved their engine multiple times today, and I literally am at my wit's end. That is the one thing I will not, I probably shouldn't say this. So, okay, sorry. The job that I talked about, I know that I mentioned it, Steven did not get that job. He is in the process of applying for a different job. He sent in his application. He's in talks with a coworker that he will have if he gets this job, and he is in chat with the chief. I have a really good feeling that he's gonna get this job. I also have a really bad feeling that he's gonna get this job because we will have to move. So, I apologize. There's just been a lot going on, and there was about a week straight that I was having literally the worst week of my life. It felt like every single thing that could go wrong was going wrong that whole week. So, I apologize that this video is really late. I thought that you guys would be seeing this the second, maybe the third week of March. It's now the first week of April. I'm pretty sure that you guys are seeing this, so I apologize. I promise vlog 2 will be out relatively shortly. I have rough cut some of that video, but not all of it. What's most likely going to happen is you're going to see this vlog. And depending on when I like edit and post my TBR, you might see this vlog, that TBR, and then the next vlog, or you might see the TBR, this vlog, and then the next vlog. I haven't decided, but I promise you will see it soon. I'm gonna get right on it. Like, I mean, not today because I have to go get ready for work, but I will get right on editing it, and I promise it'll be up for you within the next few days. I also wanted to mention this because there's a likelihood I'm going to be going through a pretty big life change at the end of April or beginning of March. Regardless of kind of what happens with this job application, we will be moving to a new state if Steven does get this job. So I am going to try to start pumping out a lot more videos in the coming months as long as he gets this job and we move and stuff. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys like my channel. I know that I don't really like ever ask this of you guys, but if you could click sharing, copy link, I would really appreciate that. I would ask you guys to hype my videos, but I don't have that feature unlocked because I don't have enough subscribers, which is fine. But I do think that YouTube is going to be one of those things because where we're moving is kind of like a dead zone for someone in my profession. I'm a pharmacy technician. There's not very many job opportunities for me where I'm moving to. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could give my video some extra love throughout the month of April. I would really I'd really love for this to become lucrative. I haven't really talked about it. I kind of talked about it a little bit in the previous part of this video, I'm pretty sure, but I would love for this to become lucrative for me. I do think that Steven will make enough money for me to be a stay-at-home mom, but I don't know. I would just love, if I'm going to be out of a job, to kind of have this to fall back on a little bit. So if you wouldn't mind like sharing my video, or at least like hitting share and then hit copy link so it looks like you're sharing it, I'd really appreciate it because I really want to put my whole butt cheeks into this channel now, especially if Steven does end up getting this job. I know I'm going to need this. So if you have made it this far into the video, make sure to like it and comment and subscribe. And if you don't have anything that you can think of to comment, leave a basketball emoji for waiting for spring. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Leave a basketball emoji for waiting for spring, and leave a wave emoji for just friends. And with all that being said, if you like me, if you like seeing my face, hit the like button. If you want to see my face again, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, honestly, I'd follow me on Instagram. That is where you're going to get all the first updates. But if you don't have an Instagram, cross your fingers and hope the notification bell works. And with all that being said, I will see you cuties in the next one very soon. Bye, everyone.